So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paul Larry podcast. So, God has given me a clear vision for this podcast, and this show is going to be a show that is going to be every week. I have not figured out the day yet, and it's going to be interview style. And the vision I have for the show is definitely more than just a show that you could just tune in and just listen to me talk. It's going to be a show that's going to tell a story. Every episode will take you definitely on a journey of someone's life, and it's definitely going to be storytelling. Um, so I'm working on what I thought was going to be my first guest, right? And I'm working on the show and the format, and I've already spoke to the guests and booked them, and it's going to be one of the most uh, impactful show that you would hear out there. There's no superstars, there's no famous people, there's just real people, real stories. But it's going to be so unique and introspective that, trust me, I know that this show is going to go to great heights because of the impact. And as I thought I'm going to make that, my first guest and I'm going to go come up with a bang, you I have my son Caleb that's helping me with my whole setup, right? And he's helped me with the equipment, the mics. Caleb's actually going to go into streaming. He wants to be a gamer. He's an avid gamer, and he wants to start streaming. And Caleb has this unique perspective. He's gifted. He's brilliant. And like as we're practicing and we're recording each other, I'm like, Caleb needs to be the first guest, hands down. So, um, I told Caleb to, go to his room and get his laptop set up and just out of the fly. Now, mind you, every episode is gonna be well programmed, documented. I'm gonna have meetings with my guests, and it's going to literally tell a story, and the audience is going to be blown away. But this episode, it's going to be my first episode and it's on the fly. There's no script. I'm going to have a conversation with Caleb. So he's running to his room right now. And then we're going to have get this conversation going and we're going to see where it lands. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor that I introduce my next guest, Caleb Rabjohn. Caleb is my second son. He's just a gift from God. And I'm just so excited to have him on the show. And one of the reasons I want to have Caleb on the show is Caleb, ladies and gentlemen, is about to start his very own YouTube channel
Let's
and
go.
streaming on Twitch.
Let's go. Let's
So,
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Caleb, I like your background. Is that where you normally is that your studio?
Oh yes. Yeah, this is my studio
So what's your plans? What is your plans for for streaming?
for my streaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have I have an awesome when I say awesome, I have like a extremely expensive camera over here
Wait,
provided by
is that the DJI?
yes, provided by one of my agents. And then also, he hooked me up with a expensive mic too. It's like it. Some of the parts is also being shipped here as we speak. Yes,
Let's
let's go. W
that's what I
agent,
thought.
W agents.
So what is some of the things? Let me ask you this. What are some of the things that you're gonna stream?
I'm gonna be streaming Minecraft.
Hmm.
Also, what I do want to do is I want my viewers to like throw game suggestions and I try
Okay.
those games.
So okay, okay. Now, are you just gonna be streaming yourself playing, or are you gonna be instructing, or you just gonna be playing and having fun and then like
Yeah.
talking? I like
But
that. I
what's
can watch
one
that.
thing when I'm streaming and someone's suggesting me a game, I made a rule for myself where I'm not allowed to play the game until I visually see the game first. I'll stream, of course. So
Mm.
like make sure it's stream appropriate, you know? and not getting trolled.
That's important. Let me ask you this question though. What makes you decide to become a streamer?
I was thinking about being like just a content creator, just like playing games, talking, build my own community.
Really?
The thing was, I never actually put in the work, the
Mm.
effort to trying to now. So
Well, what are some of the things you could say that like hold you back
some of the things that hold me back,
from putting in the effort?
I'd say like I always claiming I'm busy, even though my
Mm.
free time I'm watching YouTube on my bed.
Okay,
Be-
so is it fair to say procrastinating, maybe just like watching YouTube and stuff instead of putting on the work?
I'm a massive procrastinator.
A master procrastinator.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit.
So I'm so good at procrastinating. And when
Okay.
I get something done, I always find an excuse for myself not to get it done.
All right.
Yeah.
And do you think procrastinating has hold you back from your streaming career?
Yes.
All right. And question, identifying that, knowing that is good. But what are some of the things you're going to do to maybe try to become a better version and break that mold?
I feel like I just gotta do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
I
Learn
agree.
to open it up and then just do it.
You know what helped me, like even with this podcast?
What?
Putting in the work, setting everything up, is being okay. And I'm learning this through therapy, as you know, as I share with you, is just being okay with being me. And sometimes what hit me was the fact that me not putting in the work affects other people. For example, Dad, what does that mean? It means that you not giving the world you, the people that could would that are looking for a streamer like you, right? Because I know some of the things you talk to me about is very unique in the streaming world. Like most streamers, video game streamers, they're cussing even at your age and younger. They're it's a lot of cussing and vulgar, and you kind of wanted to approach it from a way that's clean, that's creative, that little kids can listen to, like Easton and Cannon, your little cousins, and something that you could be proud of. And I feel like there's a strong gap. There are streamers out there like that, and you know them, but it's few and far in between. And I think the uniqueness of you is lacking in that world of streaming. So the point I'm trying to make is your procrastinating is hurting other people from having you. Think about that. You're missing. You're missing in the streaming world. Do not have a Caleb Ramjohn, the streamer. And when the more you procrastinate, you think it's about you, and then you realize it's not just about you. It's about all the kids out there that need you, and they're not getting it because of procrastination.
That's true. I didn't think about it like that.
And that's what helped me, realizing that I need to push through because it's bigger than me. Think about the 46-year-old dad like me who didn't know all the things that I learned last year and this year about myself and therapy, who kids are still living with that broken version of him, but may come across my show and may change him to say, let me go to therapy, become a better person, then becomes a better father, then becomes a better husband. And that whole family shifted because I decided to stop procrastinating.
I mean, that's
So,
a perspective. Yeah, I didn't think
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so when you think bigger than yourself and you think that it's about not about me, but there's little kids that need me out there streaming Roblox, streaming Minecraft, streaming. There's kids out there that needs me. They need a good example. They need somebody that their parent to be like, as long as you're watching Cool Cram, I'm good because I know it's a safe space. Because
Mhm.
as long as they have that, but right now they don't, and it's not a safe space. So I just think once you have that mindset and you also have the support of your family, because I think I'm being your dad, I will be your biggest supporter, help you setting up your room. I already like what you got going on in the background. I see it coming together. I see it.
Yeah, I will try to this design.
Yeah. And I know right now you're using the webcam from your computer, but the next time I interview you, you will be using your own
Yes,
webcam.
I will be using rest of my here.
Yeah, so like it's gonna be okay. So I don't know what you guys kids call it nowadays, lits. I don't know. It's gonna look good.
You can believe that. Yeah, you can believe it. It's gonna look good. I'm I'm working on like all this stuff back here. All this stuff. I'm doing stuff with it. So next
So
time, yeah.
questions. I want you, Caleb, to give me one early memory that you would say was one of your greatest memory, or no, most impactful. And it could be good or it could be bad. Like, give me a memory from childhood that you would say, this memory stands out to me the most. Go.
So like a memory that I think is like impactful in my childhood, good or bad.
Good or bad?
I remember some days where I wake up, go on my bed, and start watching like this guy play Minecraft,
Hmm.
and that's what got me hooked to Minecraft.
And that's, wow, that's so that you think was an impactful memory for you, just waking up and watching this streamer that would live stream Minecraft.
Mhm.
And what about that memory did it make you feel good or you were just intrigued?
I was just enjoying the show. I was just like
Mm.
waiting for like next couple episodes to go out.
And you still play Minecraft till this day and you're great at it. And I'm like, I'm so excited to watch you become a streamer. What is it about Minecraft that relaxes you and that helps you?
I mean, Minecraft basically it's like whatever you want to do, you could do. It's like a game where you could build. It has an adventure side to it. It has like
Mm.
all this stuff, but at the same time, it also has like a completely peaceful side, a peaceful vibe. You can build, you can relax with friends. But if you don't want that peaceful style, there's like a whole adventure action. There's like different genres. You can like do anything basically.
Hmm. That's interesting. Do you think Minecraft relaxes you? Like it detaches you from school, chores, and you're in this space where you could create, play, and just be free? Or what is that experience like for you?
Just when I'm done with school, my schoolwork and stuff, I just go to Minecraft because I like to relax on it. Also, when I don't feel like to just relax, I like up on some servers.
So, how do you think your streaming angle is going to be impactful? Like, what are you going to bring different to streaming Minecraft and Roblox as a streamer? Do you have vision of what you streaming looks like?
Well, I want to build an audience with like not cussing or like explicit language, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
like just chilling and like somewhat of a peaceful community. Yeah.
What is something that you would want that when people come to your stream that you would want them to come and leave with? And I'll give you an example. Like whenever people log into my stream, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be crashing out. I'm gonna be just chill and just vibing. But when they come to my stream, it's always going to be what?
I feel like when they come to my stream, they would be like excited, like curious what it's about, what game I'm gonna play.
That's interesting. That's what you want them to like be part of that experience with you, like share that experience with you.
Yeah.
In other words, you're just going to be having fun playing, and whoever jumps in, they might have in their chat, they might ask you questions. You could respond to them. They might ask you, "How did you build something?" And you'll be like, "Oh, this is how I build it," and so forth.
Yeah. That's
I
yeah, whatever. The
Yeah,
type
I think I will be one of your favorite followers, viewers, for sure. I'm just excited. Could you imagine? Think about Easton and Cannon, right? Your cousins.
well,
Now imagine all the Easton and Cannons around the world. How many there are? Imagine that for a second. And how they will be glued to your channel. Now imagine millions of those and
I
millions
would
of 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds and even adults because of your unique ability to just be yourself. Because remember, when people follow streamers, they kind of, and you know this because you follow streamers, it's the streamer personality that you're drawn to. And yes, the gameplay, of course, intrigues you, but what adds to the gameplay is the commentary. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And do you have any favorite streamers?
Yeah, I am a couple.
Who are
Uh,
they?
well, I do have a couple favorite streamers. Just forgot their names.
But what games do they play?
They don't play Minecraft and stuff.
Okay.
One time they you heard of Among Us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Played that before.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
And Caleb, what is some of the message that you would give parents and kids listening to this show about streaming? Because remember, the world is changing and has changed. And most kids now, they don't watch legacy TV like cable news TV and stuff like that or cable TV. They're all online. They're all watching streamers and gamers.
Yeah.
What powerful message would you give to parents and kids alike about streamers and gamers?
Streamers and gamers.
Message. It could be like a warning, hey, be careful for blah blah, or it could be like a good message, whatever. Maybe parents should get involved with their kids and play with them or watch with them. Just I was just giving you ideas. What
Yeah.
stands out to you that you would advise parents to do with their kids?
I feel like if the parents do have enough free time, they should like play games with their child. It's definitely gonna bring memories for that child.
Oh
Like
wow.
my dad used to like always play games with me, like stuff like that. It's about
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, a personal question for you. Do you wish sometimes now even me and mom like would spend more time, find time to like play some games with you too?
Yeah, if you find the time there, yeah, you could join. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I
no,
would like it. I would like that.
I think that's so cool because Caleb, like we have it's three of you guys. Jaden is into sports, Sadie's into dance, and you're into gaming. And we go to and when you in chorus, we will go to your recitals. We will go to Jaden's track meets. We'll go to Sadie's stuff. But now you're an avid gamer, and you make a really good point. All the parents out there, think about this. if your child is a gamer, that doesn't mean that you cannot bond with them. Get on the stream with them. Become a viewer on their stream if they're streaming, or get in, play Minecraft with them. Learn it. What I've done that with Caleb in the past, but I haven't done it enough. And even in this interview, it was not my intention, but like interviewing my kid, I realized, yeah, I should spend more time playing with him. That's a way to bond. That's a way that we could have conversation. And that's something that I'm going to commit to, not just for the sake of this recording, Caleb, but like to get on some games with you. And I may have to like put it in my calendar and say, okay, Caleb, Thursday night, what you at 8? Can me and you like, can you show me how to play this or that or whatever? I feel like that's important. And that's a great message you have for parents, Caleb. Uh, that kids, love gaming, and that's a great way for their parents to connect with them. Wow.
Ethan.
I didn't think that this episode was going to go like that. I thought we are going to just talk about streaming and gaming, but we always got to find a way to bring it home and make a message. And Caleb, let me ask you a question.
Ethan.
You are you you've always been somebody that never tried to follow the crowd and always kind of been comfortable in your own skin to be who you are. It's one of the things I admire about you, that I don't have that gift that you have. You're just comfortable in who you are. I would say never lose it. But where did you get that from? Because you didn't learn it from me. Where did that come from?
Well, I just feel like I do see some of the like stuff that happens, like even if it's good or bad, I do have like some feelings where I want to do it, but my procrastination won't let me because I don't know, I just don't feel like it at the same time.
Well, again, Caleb, ladies and gentlemen, this is my son that I'm so proud of, Caleb Ramjon. He is about to embark on his journey as a online gamer, streamer. Just know it's not out yet, but I know his tag name is going to be Cool Cram, right, Caleb?
Yeah,
It's been his gamer name since he was a little kid, and he's going to stick with that. So look out for Cool Cram. He's going to be one of those streamers that is definitely unique and expert in what he does for the countless hours he's spent gaming. And don't judge my and my wife parenting skills for the amount of hours he spent gaming and watching videos on other streamers, but he enjoys it. And we want him to be him and we want him to be himself. So definitely he's going to be an expert, but he's also going to be a safe place where there's not going to be like vulgar talk and cursing, and it's going to be a safe, clean, fun environment. And when Caleb crashes out, we hear him screaming from the other room whenever he's in a very intense part of the game or he's running from some monster or something. You can hear him screaming and carrying on. And I think that intensity online is going to be amazing, especially for others, people that like to watch gaming. So again, this was Caleb. Thank you for joining the Paul Larry podcast. Do come back again, especially when you get that set up so our audience could see. And again, any last words before I let you go?
well, thank you for having me. This is a pleasure. And next time we talk, you're definitely going to see some improvements. Like, definitely improvements with my camera and my mic. You're going to see some improvements. That is for sure.
Let's go. Bye.
Yep. Bye bye.
What a great conversation that was. Now, Caleb is one of those people that just has a unique set of wisdom that we've always seen from a young child. When Caleb was young, right, when he was just like a baby and he would just learn to pray, his prayers were so different. Caleb would pray like, just thanking God for the trees and the wind and his breath and the ocean. Like his prayers just not like what any other typical kid would pray for. And situations in our household, his unique perspective just comes out of left field like, wow. And God has gifted him with the gift of wisdom. And to listen to my kid tell me that as talented as he is in gaming and as knowledgeable as he is in the gaming world, to say, yeah, I've always wanted to do this, but what held me back was my procrastination. Like as a parent, to hear him self identify his own battles and his own struggles, I'm sure, yeah, that's my job to kind of help him with that and process it and help him become better. But the awareness, right? At that age, now let me ask you, my audience, right? Like I said earlier, that this podcast is going to be very intentional. It's going to take my audience on a journey. And this episode, we just put it together as we're testing the equipment, testing the setup. And I'm like, this kid has been helping me since day one. I am going to give him the first episode. And he was so happy to run to his room. And I know you saw him running with the camera to his room and whatnot. And to give me that first interview, what an honor. You're gonna see more of him when he becomes the person that he's gonna become. To just play this episode back and say, I was honored to have him on as my first guest on the Paul Larry Show. And I would say this, right? And I would ask you, as you're listening to this podcast and you're listening to a dad just interview his son and his son talk about how procrastination has held him back. What is it in your life, in our life, that we have procrastinated on and felt like maybe we missed our opportunity because of procrastination? And I would say to you, as long as you have breath in your body, you have not missed out. As long as you still have breath, that thing that you procrastinated on, I just call it your delayed purpose. It might still be your purpose. It's probably just delayed. And like Caleb so eloquently said, I just need to get up and just start doing it. I try to get deep with Caleb. I don't know if you picked up on that. And I was like, well, what is it that, held you back? And he was like, Dad, I just need to get up and just do it. Here I am on episode 1 of this podcast that's been all heavy on me. And like, I just got up and just started doing it. So think about that as you listen to this podcast and you hear from a young man that is a teenager and his aspiration to become a YouTube streamer, a gaming streamer, I should say, Twitch, YouTube, and all that. And you're just hearing like what has held him back and just being vulnerable and open on the fly on this podcast. Now, next week, in my next episode, I have something so big for this next episode that we're cooking up. I really want you to get ready for what you're about to hear. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification because this next guest has lived a life unlike any other. And her story is not known because she's a private person, but she's agreed to do this with me. And she says, Paul, if it helps one person, I would get out of my own way and I would be vulnerable and I would open up and trust me, it's going to take you, the audience, on a journey like no other. And I believe that it's going to be helpful to you or someone you know. You may have to send them that episode. It's going to be impactful. It's going to bring laughs. It's going to bring joy. It's going to bring meaning. But it's also going to help you put things into perspective. So make sure you hit that bell notification, subscribe, because these episodes that I'm about to come out and release, we're going to have conversations. And the next episode, it's going to be a conversation with Mom. And I am so excited. Again, this is the Paul Larry Show. Thank you for joining. Bye bye for now.